8 o'clock.
No intro. Oh, hold on. No intro music because I can't play videos anymore because StreamYard's got rid of them for non-paying people. Howdy, folks.
Hi, weirdos.
All right. So,
come on.
hold on. Maybe I can.
Hey, guess what? Wow, Mike just went live, and by the way, that shirt Mrs. Violet is wearing, that's perfect because yeah, she's your wife. She is always right. Okay.
Good morning again.
Well, I cannot confirm or deny that was Mrs. Vile wearing that.
But if that is a married woman, that's perfect because she is always right.
But yeah, I definitely like that show or that shirt.
What did the shirt say?
I'm not arguing. I'm explaining why I'm right.
Oh, right. Gotcha.
Perfect for a woman.
Perfect for anybody, really.
It does
No,
work
for any
a lot of
woman.
people. Yeah, but I could see Chris wearing that shirt too.
Oh yeah.
Well, I told her, it reminded me when I was in high school, some friends of mine bought me a Zippo lighter for my birthday, and engraved on the lighter, and I don't know if they bought it that way or they actually had it engraved. I don't remember anymore. It said, "Save time. Assume I'm right."
I would never say that about myself.
Well, that's what I thought was always funny that they got it for me for my birthday.
Hey, I have 4 sisters. I know the best way to win an argument with a woman. You're right. That's it.
All right. So, speaking of arguing, and I'm not going to go into why I was arguing with the person. I just want to ask online, if a person blocks you during the argument or they start deleting your comments because it's on their video or their thread, that means you win the argument, right?
Basically, yeah. Silence is compliance. Yeah, they just have no rebuttal. They silent. You shut them up. Yeah. If they want to actually make a response back and forth, yeah, they got some finance. But they're like, oh shit, he's right. Delete. Oh crap. Delete. No, I don't want nobody to see that post. Delete. They're basically saying, this guy is proving a point here, but I don't want nobody else to see that he's proving a point.
All right. So earlier in the week, I'm not going to go into what the argument was about.
What's Dandeline's point on that?
Yeah, it means they don't have any arguments against your thing, but it doesn't necessarily mean you win the argument, because you could be like a raging like racist making comments and they're deleting it because you're making like comments, but there's
basically I was arguing that he was saying that certain things exist and I said they were saying certain things didn't exist. But he said he could give me an example of something that I said didn't exist that existed. And when he gave me the example, I said, that's not an object. That is a description of an object. Mm-hmm. And when I pointed out, he deleted that comment. So like the next day, I basically responded with the same comment. And then when I looked today earlier, he had deleted that comment too.
Okay, my microwave's about to beep because my bread is about to come out of the oven. Oh, here, maybe I can stop it in time.
No, you can silence that microwave.
LDG's here. Happy birthday, man! Since we're on the mainstream.
Happy birthday, old man!
Please pick.
And yes, that's why the stream is named what it is. It's Happy Birthday, LDG.
Oh, this is a beautiful loaf of bread, man. I'll show you guys as soon as it's not too hot to touch.
Okay.
But since it just came out of a 400-degree oven, I ain't handling it. Yet.
Yeah, I don't blame you.
I'm just glad it's like cold here today. 'Cause it
Well,
was
it's at least overcast here right now. And yes, I am down in TJ right now.
it was so hot this week, and then it just totally cooled off. It went from like, I don't know what your temperatures are. It was over 30 degrees for several days, and then it was like not even 20 degrees for the last 3 days.
It's 19 today. It's supposed to be 19 today.
Nice.
Well, according to my car, it doesn't feel this hot, but it says it's 70 degrees Fahrenheit,
Well,
according to my
70
car. But it doesn't feel 70 degrees, which is nice.
70 feels nice. Like that's a good temperature. That's sort of like in the 20s in real
Well, in
temperatures.
the morning, I like what I've said this many times. One of the things that I enjoy most, if I can get away with it, is going out in the early morning when there's still that chill to the air with a nice hot cup of coffee and a cigar.
Right now it's 12. It's supposed to be 19. It's foggy and cold. It's supposed to be hot today, then foggy and cold again tonight. I'm like, this is like Arizona. It's hot in the daytime, cold in the nighttime. Like, what the hell? This is the Bay, not the desert.
Yeah, that is really weird.
Yeah, we have a weird weather in California.
That was one thing I like about out living on the West Coast is it's not as dry as the prairies, but we do get it cools down at night, which I like. I like when it cools down at night. That was one thing in the prairies. It was always super. It could get pretty hot during the day, but it always cooled down into the probably 60s. I'm trying to think of your temperatures. It would always cool down into the teens or lower at night. And so it was always, you would always get the cooling down overnight so you could sleep. And you get the same thing here. Whereas out east, it gets hot during the day and it fucking stays hot all night. It's so humid. So the air holds the heat. Whereas out here, it's not as humid. Like it's not as dry as the prairies, but it's certainly not humid enough to like maintain heat all night long. So I find this is a very pleasant climate.
San Diego is usually a very nice climate. It's never like 0% humidity. I mean, because we're like right on the ocean, but it's not so humid that like there were some times where I was in Texas where I take a shower because it was, you're sweating balls.
Yep.
And then you feel nice and clean, and as soon as you step outside, you're covered in sweat again.
Yeah, that's like out east. It's like that.
That's New Orleans for you.
Yeah, it's hot, and then it's just you shower,
humid,
cool down, and freshen up, and you're instantly just gross again.
Yeah, the first time I went to New Orleans and it was raining, my roommates thought I was nuts. I was putting on a jacket. I'm like, it's raining. I go outside. I'm like, why am I sweating when it's raining?
Yeah,
I'm used to Arizona. I'm used to Arizona rain where it's cold and raining. I'm like, what the hell is going on here? I'm sweating and it's raining. Wow, this just sucks.
Yeah, I don't think people realize.
Definitely not better.
If you've not experienced the summer storm out in the Midwest or the South, those summer storms are not cold affairs. They are hot.
Yeah.
Oh God. I mean, hot rain is like the worst.
You can feel the rain hitting your skin, and it's hotter than your skin.
Yeah, hot rain sucks. All right, I think I can touch the loaf of bread. Let me see. She's a beauty this week. Yeah.
To continue what I was talking about in the last stream a little bit, my fake account just got a thing from ARRP, the American Association of Retired Peoples, saying that I'm eligible to join their ranks.
Wait, I'm older than you, and I have never gotten anything from the AARP. What the hell's going on?
No, this is a fake individual.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, this isn't VileMike. It's his non-existent alter ego.
Gotcha.
The one I primarily use to sign up for anything I think is spam.
Gotcha.
Oh, even if it's not spam, I'll often put the wrong birthday. Because most of those people don't really need to know your birthday. Unless it's like a site that sells alcohol and they just need to know you're over 18, and then you just, I don't have to worry about it. I put in any date from the 70s and I'm good to go.
What I think is funny is I was recently carded while buying my carton, and I thought it was funny because the guy behind the counter, I swear, was probably not old enough to sell me the carton. Because you have to be 21 in California to sell the carton, and this guy looked like he was still in high school.
Well,
And he's like, "Can you show me your ID?" And I'm like, "Really?" He's like, "Well, I'm supposed to ask." I'm like, "Yeah, you are. So here's my ID."
some people do ID everyone. Maybe they'd been like nailed for not checking IDs, right? Like it's possible that they had recently been like, do you have those like secret shopper type people who go around checking if like because they'll hire high school kids to go into like convenience stores
Yeah.
to try and buy
Yeah.
cigarettes and stuff here. And if they successfully do it, then you get a visit from the police going, hey, why did you sell cigarettes to this, 14-year-old or whatever? And then they'll be a little more diligent with carding everyone for, a little while until they go back to not carding everyone and not giving a shit.
There are a couple
One of the funnier
dispensaries
parts
where
about
you
that is they force the minor and the person who sold the merchandise that they shouldn't have sold to recreate it on film.
a couple of the dispensaries here got in trouble because security is supposed to actually look at your ID, right? Half the time they just go flash in front of the camera so it looks like I'm looking at it. Well, a lot of people are doing fake IDs and they're reselling the shit on the streets. And a couple of dispensaries got in trouble for having the security just flash their ID in front of them. So they have to actually stop, look at it, so the camera actually sees them looking at the ID now.
Jeez.
Yeah, it's like flash. Go ahead. You flash in front of the camera, no problem. Go in. Like,
well, I'm kind of liking the
check.
places that, for them, it's mandatory to show an ID, and then they just scan the ID instead of looking at it.
Yeah, they're doing that now.
That I kind of like because you can't really fake that information unless you're stealing it from another person.
Yeah.
But they can't keep that information, can they? Because that's like
no, it's only scanned and then
like a verification
erased
sort of thing. Yeah.
It's basically a pass fail.
Okay. Perfect.
But like their name will show up. Their name and date of birth will show up on the screen, and they can compare that to the name and date of birth on the front of the ID if they want.
Right.
That's why there's a barcode there. When they're done, they got a button clear. Next person, no information is saved.
All right. I'll be right back. I just have to go on do a quick thing.
Okay.
I still haven't seen Superman yet.
Oh, I've seen it several times.
I don't know how you can afford it.
Well, I saw it once in the theater, a couple rest of times online. Like I said, I every single tradition of mine is seen Superman in the theaters, and I saw it in the theaters. I loved it in the theaters. I loved it online a couple times, and when I watched it online, I noticed something that I totally missed out on, something that was never, ever, ever done in the Superman movie. I can tell you without spoilers.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, remember when Brandon Ruth appeared in Superman, and the director was like, I'm trying to do something that nobody's ever done before. The most vulnerable part of Superman, shoot his eye. That was really cool, right? I'm like, okay, that's never done before. What James Gunn did to this Superman was like, holy shit, James, why did you do this? All those moves that Ultraman is doing, A1, B3, right? There's a move called X2. What is X2? He kicks him in the balls. Superman got kicked in the balls. I'm like, holy shit, James, why did you do that? Ouch.
and now I want to, like, in the comic books, has Superman ever been hit in the balls before?
I don't know, but X2 kick. Like, what the fuck, James? I hit rewind. X2 kick. Holy shit.
Okay, have you ever seen the first Mighty Morphin Power Rangers movie?
Unfortunately, a long time ago.
I don't know what you mean by unfortunately. That was an awesome movie. But one of the ending scene for that film, and yes, I'll give spoilers for a film that's like 30 years old at this point, if not older.
96, 95.
one of the characters in their big ass giant robot hits an emergency switch, and that emergency switch is basically knee the enemy in the groin attack.
Ouch.
And that's literally how they win, is kneeing the bad guy in the nuts. So I'm like, when you're talking about they hit X2, X2 is the emergency big red button, do not push unless, emergency. I'm reusing the title, I don't know why, but hit the groin. But now I got to look it up.
I mean, that fight scene was cool
my
as hell.
search history has to scare somebody.
Yeah, that fight scene was cool as hell, but I'm like, holy shit, James, why did you do that? Ouch. Yeah, I think that's the first time ever Superman was kicked in the balls.
Okay, the AI overview for Google says, yes, Superman has been hit in the groin in various comics and other media. While his immense strength and durability make him resistant to most physical attacks, including those that might incapacitate a normal human, he has still been subjected to such blows. The impact on Superman, however, often results in little to no physical damage, and sometimes just discomfort or momentary distraction.
Let me see what mine said. Oops, sorry. Let me see what mine says. Hang on a second. Okay, it says canonical comments. One of the beings with comparable super strength, like Doomsday, Darkseid, Zod, or someone even Wonder Woman, have shot at making it hurts. Gods among us, there are few bitter fights. Superman gets hit in the groin and knocked down hard, but rarely a direct ball shot.
Do you think that, underneath his costume, Batman and Superman wear protection, like a cup, like some sort of athletic supporter?
Batman does. Yeah, Batman wears a cup, definitely.
And do you think it's made out of like one of those fictional materials in DC or Marvel, like Prometheum or something like that?
It's made out of whatever his batsuit is made out of. Flexible and durable.
Well, you don't want it to be flexible. That's the whole thing. You want it to be rigid to protect that particular part of the body.
Yeah, sturdy and durable. Sorry, not flexible.
So,
but you still got you got to watch Superman. I mean, every movie has an A plot and a B plot, right?
Yeah, you told us last time. Yeah.
Yeah, Superman's B plot is about maybe 6-7 minutes long on the whole entire movie. Like, thank you, James, the continuity. We didn't go back and forth. It was here, a little bit of tease, A story, a little bit of B, A story, a little bit of B tease, A story. I'm like, now that was great. Well done writing.
I don't know when I'm going to be able to see it, but I'll see it at some point. Because I've seen every Superman movie since Brandon Ruth's in the theater. And the only reason I didn't see all of them is because some of them were released before I was born, and even Superman 4 came out when I was 2.
Well, I can tell you this is a guarantee. Not 1 second of the trailer reveals the entire plot of the movie. Unlike Fantastic Four, which reveals the entire plot of the movie in every single trailer release.
Well, hold on. I won't say it's actually done that so far, per se. It's given a lot of hints to what the plot might be, but I'm wondering, based on certain elements that I've seen, if it's actually a bait and switch.
I've seen the trailers. The very first trailer was a mass complaint, even by me. It's like, why is she strong walking like that? Did they CGI her belly? Is she pregnant? That's speculation. Then all of a sudden they revealed, yeah, she is pregnant. Okay, she's pregnant. Now, as every single trailer movie thing has been released, The plot seems to go like this: they are well-known, established heroes. They do a little fighting and saving the public, especially from Mo-Man and other various accidents. They are a well-known figure. They have little family conflict. They get visited by a Silver Surfer. They meet Galactus. The Galactus wants the baby. They don't want to give up the baby. They try to save Earth, and it messes up, and they end up going to the 616 universe with the kid.
Well, hold on. Have they? I didn't see anything in the trailer that actually said that Galactus wanted the baby.
Yes, it was a new trailer release. Richard said he wanted. We tried. He wanted too much. They wanted our baby. He wanted our baby.
Oh, I didn't see that trailer, so I just saw the point where they had the press conference about Galactus, but just said that they hadn't defeated him yet.
Yeah, that final trailer got released. I'm like, well, gee, thank you for telling us the plot of the whole fucking movie, and thank you for telling us the end of the movie at the end of Thunderbolts.
Just to interject on a previous comment a couple of seconds ago, I'm actually surprised that superheroes don't get kicked in the groin more often. I mean, supervillains are supervillains. Why would they fight clean? They're villains. They go for the groin shot 9 times out of 10.
Yeah, why does Joker have to be so nonchalant about everything? Let's kick him in the balls. Hello. Harley, kick him in the balls. Well, one cartoon, Harley did try to go for Green Arrow in the balls with a hammer, but it was a squeaky hammer.
One of the things I thought was funny was if you've ever read the Kick-Ass comic books, the movies kind of sanitized a lot of it. I know it's shocking if you want to think about it. They actually sanitized some of it.
I didn't see them.
But yeah, in the comics, Kick-Ass gets kicked in the nuts a lot. I mean, one of the exciting incidents that, when he first tries to be a superhero and he gets his ass kicked, one of the first things that happens is he gets kicked in the nuts.
Oh my gosh.
And Hit Girl, there's a lot of scenes where she's a good guy. She goes around kicking bad guys in the balls all the time.
Well, it's a valid fighting thing. I mean, I don't go for the balls. I usually go for a knee if I have to fight someone, because usually that's pretty good at it's. You don't have to kick as high, which I mean, I can kick high enough, but you can usually do some pretty good damage going for a knee shot.
K and K. That's the basic rules of fighting. First thing you do is kick them in the nuts. When they go down, you knee them in the nose. When they go up, you kick them in the knee. They're going back down again.
Generally speaking, I don't get into fights, so it's really never been an issue.
Neither do I, but that's just basic self-defense. Knee, nuts, knee, nuts, nose, knee.
Well, see, the few times I've been in a fight, I tend to go for a headlock because of my size.
Yes.
And because of my knowledge of anatomy, I can easily apply pressure in that scenario to their carotid artery that will make them pass out in about 20 to 30 seconds, depending on how deep a breath they've taken recently. And I just let them fall to the floor after that. That's exactly what I did to my little brother last time we got into a fight when he was high on meth. And I remember as I'm applying pressure to his carotid, the last thing he says to me before he passes out is, "I can't breathe." And I literally responded, "That's the point of a headlock."
The only problem being that once somebody can't breathe, they will fight. They'll flail and struggle more just because. So you can end up if you're not big enough, then you can end up getting hurt because they're fighting for their life suddenly, as opposed to just scrapping.
Well, normally I'm big enough to I can absorb those blows because they're usually frantic. They're not as hard.
I'm 54. I'm not getting into fights with people, physical fights.
If I had to fight someone my own size, I definitely wouldn't do that. It would be a completely different type of fighting.
Yeah.
It would probably be a straight up beat down, and depending on their skill level, I would either get my ass handed to me or they would get their ass handed to them. It would be a skill level match at that point. And I would out of 10, I'd rate my fighting skills around a 2 to a 3.
If somebody tries to fight me, I can guarantee you one thing: an ambulance will be showing up, either for me or the other person.
Probably both.
Yeah, but around my neighborhood, more likely me, because either they have a gun or a knife.
Oh, super duper.
Well, see, I
Somebody was
always have a
stabbed.
knife on me.
Somebody was
I mean,
stabbed 3 blocks away from my house last night.
So you're saying you didn't see Superman yet? Same. I haven't seen it yet.
Yeah, I do want to see it though, and I want to see it in a theater. I might just go to the drive-in by myself because it's cheap.
Yeah, I might go later this week. I just haven't had a chance yet.
But yeah, I can't imagine spending that kind of money in the theaters right now. It's just not. I mean, one of the theaters had a special on tickets for $28, and I'm like, that's more than I make in an hour. I'd have to work for 2 hours to make that much.
That's in like US dollars too. Jesus.
Yeah, it's $17 here, $14. I got mine for 11.
Probably not that much here. Like 20 would be the highest possible price, and that's Canadian dollars. So that's only like $16 in your dollars.
Sheesh.
Yeah, in Mexico, we can get tickets to go see a brand new movie for $6 US. That means me and Mrs. Vile could go on a date, go see a movie, get popcorn and drinks, and it still costs less than a single ticket in the US.
Oh, man, I wish I was eating that loaf of
here.
bread now, but I really don't. I already had breakfast, so.
Well, if me and Mrs. Vile ever visit you, I want one of those breads to make a bread bowl.
Okay.
Chowder bowl or chowder? Bread bowl is only good for chowder.
No, bread bowl's good for anything.
Chowder.
Don't be so exclusive. What are you, fancy?
Well, he is kind of right. You don't really want to put a liquidy soup in a bread bowl. You want to put something thicker.
Yeah, but you could you can put like a mushroom soup in there, or there's other soups.
Sorry, I'm not a big fan of mushrooms.
Nah, no psychotropics for me.
Well,
it's not that if you dice them up and you don't tell me they're in there, I won't notice and I won't care. But knowing what I know about mushroom biology, I just don't like eating them.
You've been watching David Hewlett again on YouTube, haven't you?
No.
Chili is really good in a bowl, in a bread bowl. Chili.
Oh yeah, chili. But chili, you could argue, is more of a chowder.
Chili is not chowder. Chili is chili.
Yeah.
But it's thick like a chowder.
Like a chowder.
Hold on.
Concrete.
Oh, he's got his camera on, so. How you doing, Chris?
Doing well. How you doing?
Oh, it's my fault. I mentioned his name.
Yeah, crap.
See?
No, it's my fault. I posted the link to the stream in his weekly wrap.
Oh, okay.
Weekly wrap up.
Weekly wrap up?
Yeah, weekly wrap up.
They were saying that only women
wrap up.
claim they're right. They were saying that only women think they're right, and I said, no, Chris always thinks he's right too.
No.
Chris is actually a woman?
No.
Man, he feels like a woman.
Women always think they're right. I know I'm right. Big difference.
Yeah, see, told you guys. It's exactly what I said.
No, good to be here. You guys just started like what, 30 minutes ago?
About that.
29 minutes ago.
You missed the ranty pre-stream where we complain about, whatever we feel
Well, I didn't post that
get
link in
texts
the wrap
from anybody.
Politically minded, so I didn't post it in his thing.
Well, I don't care. You can post it there. Listen, I don't care what your political background or thoughts are. I really don't. You have a right to vote any damn way you want. Just own up to the things that happen when you do it. That's all I ask. And I know you guys don't get political here, so we're not going to.
That's why we have the spin-off stream.
I know that.
Yeah.
I know that because they've both told me about this. Listen, just like with movies, and one of the reasons why I started doing YouTube was because I, on Twitter, was very respectful on my views of The Last Jedi with people who hated The Last Jedi. But the difference why they liked the way I handled it is I didn't call names. I didn't say stuff to them like you're a horrible human being or you're an asshole for saying that or you're just you're just a troll or whatever. I explained my side of it and I accepted the way that they said it. And that's how most things in life should work. Problem is people get butt hurt and don't like to defend their side of things professionally. That is a problem we are in right now with all sorts of stuff.
Comments.
Well, yeah, I was just talking earlier, saying that if someone starts deleting your comments or blocks you, you basically won the argument.
Well,
but
they won't say that.
Danny Lyon did point out that if you're saying something that's incredibly like racist or bigoted, and they're deleting your comments for that reason, it's not really you didn't really win.
Yeah.
But usually when I'm arguing, I don't just like Chris. I don't sling names usually when I argue with people.
You're not attacking the person; you're attacking the opinion.
Occasionally, I have done that with NB, which is probably one of the reasons why he's not here this time. But that's because he gets to that level where it's like you're not taking any responsibility for the things that you've said in the past.
Yeah,
that's an easy way. That's everybody's way when they're when something doesn't go quite their way. They like to forget about things that were said in the past. Because we're not going to get political, I won't bring up situations that we're currently in, so we're going to be away from that. Yeah, so I'm glad to be here. I know
now,
two people on this stream.
Was your alien thing yesterday or was that today?
Yesterday.
Damn it! I wanted to be there, but Mrs. Vile's friend. She has a married couple that are friends that are both of them share the same birthday.
Okay.
So we did that last night. We were here from like 5 o'clock our time to midnight.
If you want, I can add you to the chat. I don't think Austinator would have an issue with me doing that.
Sure, because I got opinions on it. Me and my son are rewatching some of the Predator and Aliens movies.
Oh, the Predator one, right, yeah.
So Alien, so while Alien and Predator are tied, it's not because of AVP. Because AVP, and the way I like to put this is AVP and AVP Requiem, that's not the actual alien from Aliens. It's not. It's a hybrid or a changeover or something because it isn't canon to Alien franchise. It's canon to the Predator franchise. So it's like saying it looks like the alien from Aliens or from the Alien franchise, but it's probably like it's somewhere else in the universe, and it just has adapted and over time became something that looks a lot alike. So, for instance, while you and I may look like, again, we're both human, but we look different, and we are different in minute ways. That's the best way to describe that. But Predator, and hold on, I have it. Or do I? No, I don't. But Predator and Alien, the two franchises, are wrapped together by a few things. One of those is the Weyland
and Yutani, yeah.
Yeah, Weyland and Yutani. But it gets deeper. The crazy universe that Alien and Predator are in involves Die Hard, involves Commando, Blade Runner, Soldier. I think if I remember right, it goes down to a few other ones, but it's Predator,
okay, hold on.
Alien.
Can you go into depth about that? I get Blade Runner because Weyland Yutani is in Blade Runner.
And
but
and Tyrell is in Aliens.
Can you go through each
Die
one?
Hard. So Die Hard Trying to remember this one. Trying to remember where that ties in. Hold on. I will remember. Oh, yeah, I do now. In the second Die Hard, where's the general from? The general's from Valverde.
The fake country. Yeah, you're right. It's
Valverde,
from the fake country from
and
the first
Valverde
Predator
is
movie.
where the first Predator is fought, and it's where Arnold Schwarzenegger goes to save his daughter in Commando. So that Valverde, I call it the Valverde universe because Valverde really just ties. It is because it ties in. I mean, hold on, I have to go back.
Hey, Chris, you missed the bread form. Here, let me show off the loaf. The freshly baked loaf of sourdough.
Bread porn. Is it nice? Soft.
Well, let me know when you turn on your camera to show us, and I'll make my solo.
It's soft and hard.
No, you don't have to make me full screen. Ooh, look at that.
No,
loaf.
yes, I do.
Wow. What's the, is that poppy seeds on top?
And flax seeds.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Very nice.
Yeah, that could definitely make 2 bread bowls. You just cut it in half.
Dude, that's 1 bread roll for me.
That is a large loaf of bread.
I call it the crazy universe of Valverde. Okay.
But the Valverdeverse.
Here's the thing. Yes. So the universes of Valverde, Tyrell Corporation, and Wayland, while originating in separate films, have sparked debate and speculation among fans about a potential shared cinematic universe. So Valverde is in Commando, Predator, and Die Hard. Those 3 now are attached. Tyrell, it's in the Blade Runner films, but Eldon Tyrell is known for advanced genetic engineering, and then portrayed his parts of Blade Runner. The screens that they used, some of the screens they used, are in Alien. So like the Purge screen and other things like that, really Scott just said, screw it, put them over here, which is not correct. People think that they pulled those over from Blade Runner. Truth is he reused them in Blade Runner because Blade Runner was later than Alien.
Yeah.
But if I remember right, hold on, I'm trying to remember here.
Type.
And say, are we heading into the territory of some people are too nerdy for this stream?
Well, one of the things that I've enjoyed watching with my kids is the Pixar theory. Have you ever heard about that, Danny Land?
I have not. Enlighten me.
It's that every Pixar movie, no matter who's, what it's about, or the main characters, whether it's cars, airplanes, or whatnot, are all connected.
So
in a single timeline.
No, I mean,
that you could go that right way. So in the Nostromo, when they're going through an Alien 2, I think it is, or Aliens, and I can't remember if it's in that or if it's in the first one, but I know in the second one when they're going through the manifesto of the Nostromo before they wake her up or after they wake her up, they're going through everybody's dossier to see who they were because they're all dead. On Dallas's, the captain's bio, it states that he's logged 600, let's see here, sub FTL MTD non-applicable 678 million miles logged with the Tyrell Corporation. He's a space trucker. He has trucked stuff for Tyrell. So it's in universe that they mentioned Tyrell, which pulls in Blade Runner and Alien.
So does that mean as part of this theory that the replicants are what become the androids in Aliens?
Possibly. Again, it doesn't have to be.
Wasn't there a Space Cowboys movie where they were space truckers?
Well, they've had, yes.
Well, there was one that was starring Dennis Hopper a long time ago called Space Truckers, and it was a wonderfully bad movie.
Yes. Like a lot of it. if you don't know, Dennis Hopper, while a great actor, has many horrible good movies.
Yes.
Just fun.
King Koopa.
Yeah, that's always a guilty pleasure of mine. The first Mario Brothers
Yes.
live action movie is a
Yes.
guilty pleasure of mine. I get little bumps of nostalgia, dopamine releases every time I see something that reminds me of the game in that movie.
Funny.
I'm trying to think here. What was that movie? Was it Ice Pirates?
I don't
Ice
know. I
Pirates,
remember Space
that
Truckers.
movie.
Didn't it have like Tommy Lee Jones in it? Somebody like that.
Let me look it up.
With the Space
The
Pirates?
only person I remember from it is Dennis Hopper.
Or Space Truckers. It's a 96 film.
Okay. It has Dennis Hopper, Stephen Dorff. So we got the Blood God in there.
Charles Dance.
Which I recognize him, but I don't know what he's from.
George Wendt was in it. Norm.
Oh yeah, we got Norm in there.
Nice.
Now you know he has a tie to Kansas City, right?
No.
His family. I'm trying to remember if it's who is it that's here?
And I might have to go back and watch Space Truckers now because it's a wonderfully bad movie.
Oh yeah, I remember like thinking it's like a modern B movie. You know, you don't see those like tiny B movies as often anymore.
Yeah, George Wendt is Kathy Sudeikis' brother, and Sudeikis, of course, is Jason Sudeikis, but they were from Kansas City, and he actually went to school and graduated from a college in town here. I think it was he graduated from Rockhurst University. So there's a lot of people from like this area, St. Louis and southern Missouri, that are really either, I don't want to say big, but fairly big in Hollywood right now. Jason Sudeikis. Eric Stone Street was in Modern Family. He's from here.
They're doing that reboots.
So
yeah,
it's one of those ones that ends up having like a really good cast in retrospect.
Yeah.
There's a world map you can I'll find the link again. You can put in zoom in the area. I'll tell you what celebrity is famous in that area. Like you go to the Bay Area, you go to Oakland. The biggest name there is Tom Hanks. Below that is George Lucas. I'm like, how does Tom Hanks rank higher than George Lucas?
Do, Chris, is start having as part of like the weekly wrap up games. If you have a 6 degrees of separation game,
I would be terrible at that.
I'm 2 degrees from Kevin Bacon.
You guys are all 2 degrees. You're the second degree because you all know me.
I'm 2 degrees away from Kevin Bacon, so.
Well, you've met him, haven't you?
No. I'm good friends with Greg. No, good friends with Greg Proops, who actually is good friends with Kevin Bacon. I met.
You know what's funny
No. The rules are you have to name. They have to be linked via movie, not by being friendship or if you met them.
Well, it depends on which one you play. If yours is by movie, I got you. Okay.
And I would also argue it has to be someone whose your name has to be in the credits. And I would use that excuse because, like Elihu, I've been an extra in several movies, or at least a couple of TV shows. Sorry, where my name is not in the credits.
Yeah, I'm not in any kind of credits. I'm not in any credits, dude.
The only thing my name is in the credits for is God of War 2. That's it. It's the only thing that I was an alpha tester for it. And you won't find Mike in there. It's my real name for those that know my real name.
So I watched the movie last night that I was in.
I do know your real name.
So do I.
The Day After.
Next to himself.
Have you ever seen The Day After?
I see The Day After tomorrow.
Yeah, no, it's The Day After. Go look it up. It was an ABC film in '83, and they shot it. They shot parts of it here in Kansas City, but my uncle lived just a block over from where a lot of those scenes were, so they were calling for Lawrence, Kansas people to come out, and so there was a lot of different people in that movie from Lawrence, Kansas. And there's a scene at the end of the movie where they're in the Kansas field house, an Allen field house, with all these people dressed up like they're having radiation sickness and all that. When the movie was shot, I was 4, so I don't even really remember any of it. My cousin was a baby.
I just looked. I am actually 4 degrees away from separation from Kevin Bacon because I was in the Super Pup with Joseph Gordon-Levitt, who appeared in Inception with DiCaprio, who appeared in Departed with Nicholson, who appeared in A Few Good Men with Kevin Bacon. So I am technically 4 degrees away from Kevin Bacon.
Super.
Okay. Oh, no way. Hold on. No,
What?
yeah, I was checking something out. Let's see. I'm trying to think if I could do the same thing, but I'm not in the credits, so the one of the shows I know I was in was Veronica Mars. The other one was La Femme. Not La Femme Nikita. It was Silk Stocking. So I'd have to think of. I can't even remember the names of most people in those shows, but I'm sure I could connect those to Kevin Bacon if I thought about it.
Oh yeah, I always forget Ginger Rogers is from Kansas City also.
There's a website you can go. What's it called? 6 degrees from separate. What's the website called, Chris? How many degrees away from
6
Kevin Bacon?
degrees. I'll look it up.
Oracle of Bacon.
Thank you.
Bacon for breakfast. That's my closest connection to Kevin Bacon.
Bacon.
And it's from the local place that smokes the bacon themselves. It's so good. And they'll cut it like however thick you want it. Like if you like thin bacon or thick bacon or like slab of bacon.
I used my last strips of bacon to wrap around my filet mignons.
How did that go? Was it good?
Oh, perfect.
Nice.
I made some holiday sauce. I got a lemon from downstairs. Made some holiday sauce. And
what's funny is you can go through on this, and you can find out.
So to one up Elihu real quick, because I just typed in Kristen Bell because she's the main character in Veronica Mars. I was in an episode of Veronica Mars with Kristen Bell, who was in Burlesque with Denise Faye, who is in Destination Anywhere with Kevin Bacon. 3 degrees. I beat you by 1, man.
I beat you. I beat you guys both. I'm 2 degrees because John Lithgow is in that Day After movie, and since I was in that, John Lithgow was in Footloose with Kevin Bacon.
Damn.
Boom.
Nice.
And I told you that makes you guys 3 in a sense, but we were never in a movie together. We should just go and get a camcorder or our phones and just go out on the beach and make a stupid movie. I have so many good movie ideas. It's all about money, though. I can't.
The VileMike YouTube channel is on a single person's credits on IMDb.
Okay.
But that was because
I can make a credit on IMDb.
That's because my friend who did adult films has an IMDb page, and the last thing we added to her just as a joke was when she was on my video for the Batman Long Halloween reviews as the character Anchi. So that's the only mention of the VileMike YouTube channel on IMDb.
And then if John Lithgow wasn't in that movie, then Jason Robards is, and then I tie you, Mike. And
There's a lot of people who were in Veronica Mars. So, I'm limiting it to the actors I actually saw while in the thing. Because it was Veronica Mars and what's his name?
We saw all of them.
Boyfriend, they were bad boy dude.
That was the cool thing about the way they did The Day After. It's about everybody being involved in this in this nuclear aftermath, and so the cast was very integrated. And by the way, Nicholas Meyer, of the director of Wrath of Khan, he directed that. So it was fun. It's funny because it is a made-for-TV movie, but if you go back and watch it, there are parts of it that are kind of ridiculous because it doesn't fully follow the real rules of nuclear fallout and all that. But or what happens? What?
I just looked up something. I'm actually 1 degree separated from Kevin Bacon because I met Sean Penn, and
no. We're going by movie. We're going by the rule of Mike.
Yeah, that was the rule.
If that's the case, here's the difference. Then, if you want to go by that, I've met Kevin Bacon.
Okay.
Yeah, I've never met him
because he plays in a band and he's been in Kansas
City
I know
multiple
times, and I
the 57s or 59s or whatever they're called.
Because it's here in Kansas City, I can just go backstage in a lot of places. So I've been back and talked to him. But in that case, that's the problem is I've met a lot of people. And
so have I.
That puts me in a 1 degree situation. You know, what's funny is you mentioned Greg Proops a lot. I've never met him, though. I've been near where he's been. I have probably brushed shoulders with him, but I've never met the guy. And yet, much like Kevin Bacon, he's very accommodating to meet people. And I'm surprised I never have, and that's just weird. See, now Steve Guttenberg was also in The Day After, and that's a 1 degree, too. So I'm 2 degrees away from him in 2 different ways, and probably more if I could look at this.
If you run into Steve and stop and talk, he'll have a conversation with you. He's a friendly guy.
Steve Guttenberg?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, no. And you know what he says he always gets asked? The biggest question he always gets asked.
Let me guess. Please get me a question.
He's always asked, is there going to be another Police Academy movie? And they've been this close multiple times. In fact, about 3 years ago, he was in London.
I could have sworn I heard about another one coming up.
He took a picture of, hey, Jill, how you doing?
Hey, Jill.
Hello.
Come on up if you want to.
He took a picture of not a police box, but a telephone box in London. And I can't remember what it was. Hold on.
So while he's looking that up, if I want to see Steve Guttenberg in another film, it's not Police Academy. I want to see a new Short Circuit.
Not a reboot or remake.
Not a reboot. I want
it
to be like
Guttenberg in anything. I think I'd feel too old if I saw him in something now.
But I want to see a new Short Circuit with commentary on modern AI development and him being the first artificial American.
I would like that. I think it would work if you did it right, where like somebody can hack into Johnny and try to use him improperly.
Well, not only that, make it like almost a political thing. And I don't want to go too much into politics, but it could be we get a president who does not like the idea of an artificial American and wants to revoke the citizenship status of Johnny Five. So he goes on this like publicity thing where he gets wrapped up in maybe a caper or two somewhere along the lines. God, this could be a fun thing to talk about for a script.
So what you're saying is you're going to place it in modern times and create modern situations in it.
That's okay, Joe. But I think, yeah, with everything that's going on in modern days, we could do something like that. And I'm certain the animatronics would be easier and more or easier to build today than they were back in the 80s. or early 90s. I can't remember when the movies came out. And they could do things with him. Like, obviously, he would have upgraded himself during that time.
If they can
So
have
maybe he
practical
could
effect robots
have
for
more
Superman,
range of motion and stuff like that.
yeah, if guns can do practical effect robots for Superman, yeah, they can do something for Johnny Five.
Mm-hmm.
So, and hell, maybe make it even like a family thing. Like, he wants to create a family for himself.
Then we're heading into Frankenstein territory.
Yeah, data and loud.
There are
Come
so
on.
many ways you could take a sequel to Short Circuit and put it in the modern era. Because, as I said, that was, I believe that was originally an 80s film, or at least early 90s.
Mm-hmm. No, it was 80s.
So
87.
It was later 80s for sure.
Johnny Five wants to make a kid. This is data and law all over again.
86 and 88.
I was gonna guess 87 and 90, so I didn't. I would have been wrong.
Close to.
Can't have that on your own stream.
Back in 28 or back in 18, they Gutenberg did mention a new Police Academy movie, but there's like, and like this one says, get ready for a hilarious ride in Police Academy, the new class, hitting theaters in March 2025.
Yeah, I could have sworn I heard something about that.
It's always hinted at. They've been so close multiple times. But it's I finding reliable information on if it's real or not is difficult at best, because most of the stuff from him was in like 2018. Says yes, there are plans for a new Police Academy movie. Steve Gutenberg confirmed that the reboot or sequel is in development. While exact release date for 2025 is not confirmed, it is one of the rumored possibilities. The trailer was released for a new Police Academy movie, though it's unclear if it's related to the official project or fan-made project. It was fan-made. I remember that. This is old stuff.
Is it one of those things that was like victim of COVID? Like it didn't happen because of COVID?
There's a possibility of that.
Strike or...
Well, and again, you got to remember that a lot of the studios have since sold, switched hands. Therefore, a lot of people, they cut a lot of projects. And again, I mean, I think that the Police Academy movies went about 3 over. I think the fourth one is at best a watchable movie, but it got really bad. And then they kept bringing back a lot of the actors that just, they never did anything. They were just all like, the big thing about the last few movies was they just got them all in like a room together at one time and shot scenes with all the people you knew and then spread them around with new people. And it just never was done right. It'd be very difficult. Bubba Smith's dead. The guy that played Tackleberry is dead. The Commandant is dead. A lot of the people are dead. So you have to bring back.
I was just looking it up. I'm like, I've seen up to 4. I think maybe I saw 5, but I'm like, how many Police Academy movies are there?
7.
7.
The last one was Russia.
Yeah, Mission to Moscow. I've never even seen that one.
Yeah, I have. I'm a fan of the series, but yeah, the last. So 4 is, I think, is that the Citizens on Patrol?
Yes.
That's with David Spade in it. David Spade's in it, and it has the skateboarding scene that I think Tony Hawk and a few big name skateboarders did the skateboarding scenes in that. And it's funny because David Spade's supposed to be one of the skateboarders, and it's so obvious when they switch to the real skateboarder and him. It's like, because he's a small guy. I've driven David Spade before, and that was funny as hell. David Spade is an interesting person. Let me just put it that way. That's the best way I could put it. But
if they didn't, they should have played it off as obviously being a stunt double.
Like in Spaceballs?
Like in Spaceballs or in
Not their stunt doubles.
You caught their
Oh,
stunt
Stunt
doubles.
doubles.
very, very stupid movie. I do not recommend you watch it, but it was epic movie.
Mhm.
Oh my
There's a
God.
scene where they have someone Aslan and someone else, the monk dude fight, and they play it over the top that it's obviously stunt doubles fighting the entire time. The only problem with
What?
that joke, I mean, the joke is funny as all hell, but they let it go on too long.
What about an undercover brother when one guy slaps another guy, does a double take, all of a sudden the guy who did the slapping is replaced by a different actor?
Probably, I think that would count too.
I mean, it's plainly
I don't remember
obvious.
that though. I haven't seen Undercover Brother since it came out on VHS.
Oh,
That just
So
tell you how old I am.
on IMDb, the last thing it says that they heard was Key and Peele were somehow attached to it to produce it.
I need more coffee. One
So-
moment. Oh yeah,
And, like,
commercial
who-
break, by the way.
Like, who even owns the rights to Police Academy, and is it spread across different distributors at this point?
I'm sure it is. Who owns the rights to police? Warner Brothers still does the original work. Owners Warner Brothers 84 to present, so they still hold on to it. So the fact that they've held on to it with as many different mergers and buyouts that they've had tells me that they still value the project in some way. So
Yeah, it's Jill points out that Spade was good when paired with Farley, and it's interesting how when he was
Yeah.
paired with Farley, he was the straight man. Where most of
Yeah.
his roles, he's not the straight man.
no, but I think again, and there's nothing wrong saying this about an actor. Farley was not a good person to be the lead actor. He couldn't carry, and unfortunately, that was one of the things he always worried about was I can't carry a movie on my own. But is that really a bad thing? Because, like, for instance, Laurel and Hardy would never have been Laurel and Hardy without being together. And
Yeah.
we don't think about it like, oh, neither one of them could carry anything on their own. That's not what we say. What do we say? They were a great comedy team, and that's what Farley and Spade were. They were this. It was like Aykroyd and Belushi, and Belushi had
Martin
multiple
Lewis.
people he could go. Yeah,
Martin Lewis.
Um,
Martin.
well, and Pryor and Wilder did a lot
Waldner,
of stuff
yeah,
together that they
yeah.
were great in.
Tucker and
now,
Rock.
granted, at the same time,
Tucker
I
and
don't know. Pryor was not
Dan.
necessarily the greatest leading man, but Pryor did carry movies on his own. So did Wilder. Some of these people can't carry movies on their own, but I don't think actors should look at things like if they can't carry something on their own, they have to have somebody with them. Hey, listen, if it works, why do you care? Let's keep on that. And that, like I said, that was one thing Farley constantly worried about. You hear everybody who knew him, he always worried about when what was the ninja movie he did?
American Ninja.
Yeah, when he
No,
did that,
sorry,
it just,
Beverly Hills Ninja.
that's it.
Yeah.
When it just fell on its face and flopped, he hated that. It ate at him. But again, is that really, if you're gonna make movies with somebody else, I mean, I think that, and they were both really good friends. I mean, I will tell you this: I can't really talk about a lot of the stuff with people that I drive and stuff, but Spade still to this day, because I was with him for about 3 hours driving him, he still sometimes talks about Chris in ways like they'll be like him and his people that were in the car with me were just talking about things, and he says, "Yeah, Chris used to really like that stuff," and so it tells you the impact that he still has on people that knew him really well.
Remember Adam Sandler's open monologue was dedicated to Chris?
Yep.
And Lauren's like, I don't want to know what you're gonna do. You're Adam. Do your monologue. And Lauren was just surprised as hell that he just gave a tribute to the entire tribute to Chris. It's like, I love this man. He was surprised as fuck.
Well, I think Lauren has been humbled many times on decisions he's made. He said it was a bad move to fire Adam Sandler. He admits to that. He admits it was the wrong move to fire Norm Macdonald.
Yeah.
It's kind of interesting. He's probably one of the most humble people in general that I would say will admit when he's wrong, because I mean, again, we all know now, again, Norm Macdonald heavily hinted that he was only fired because he refused to not make fun of O.J. Simpson, and then years later go by, and that turns out to be exactly why he was fired. And yet they never said that. And it's like, well, we look back on it now, and again, everybody still thinks that stuff's hilarious. I just watched a rerun of Saturday Night Live, and it was the Saturday after he died, and weekend update did the thing for it.
Hopefully they find the killer.
Yeah, and they did like 3 or 4 jokes from when Norm Macdonald was in charge of Weekend Update, and the last one was the one where he's talking about Johnny Cochran up there with the skull cap on, and he said OJ hurt his defense when he said, "Hey, that's my lucky stabbing hat." and he was so good at that stuff, though. He was so good at that.
Well, Norm was one of the probably best deadpan comics of all time.
He was.
He's one of the only people that I know that could make a joke funnier.
What was the other
by
one?
Not by just looking at the camera and being like, "Well, think about it. Think about it. Think."
What was his name? Stephen Wright. He's a good one. Oh God, but that's not the one I'm really thinking of. Oh God, who was it? Oh man, I forget his name.
You look it up. I'm watching the baseball game.
Are they winning?
It just started. First pitch. Toronto and Giants. Early game today.
I think
very early game.
Let's see.
Yeah.
Where is it being played? Is it here or is it here in California?
No, it's in Toronto. So today it's a noon game for them, and it's a morning game for us.
Wasn't Norm Macdonald Canadian?
I think so.
I'm not sure actually.
I think his brother is a
That's
fairly
it.
well-known newscaster here, like a journalist.
Bill Hicks was a good comedian, but the one I was thinking of, Mitch Hedberg.
Oh, he is so
great.
funny. He was so
But
funny.
the thing is, it's like it's not even really comedy. It's just he talks and then he stops, and you just it got people. He had a way of doing comedy that just.
Oh yeah, no, Mitch Hedberg.
All right.
was hilarious.
Sorry for Daniel and I wanted to let you know. All I did was type into Google Norm M, and the first thing that pops up is Norm Macdonald Canadian? With the second thing being Norm Macdonald's death, Norm Macdonald's birth, and then Norm Macdonald Canadian comedian.
Google is listening.
Could very well be. It makes it convenient when Google's listening.
Sometimes it's just freaky.
Here you go. Again, comedy gold. Always comedy gold, but here.
Why did a bunch of people who don't know who I am show up my special? I used to live here in Los Angeles on Sierra Bonita, and I had an apartment, and I had a neighbor, and whenever he would knock on my wall, I knew he wanted me to turn my music down, and that made me angry because I like loud music. So when he knocked on the wall, I'd mess with his head. I'd say, "Go around." I cannot open the wall.
And how you doing, Positive?
All right, I guess.
Hey, Positive, what's going on?
There would never be an escalator temporarily
all right,
out of
all right.
order sign. Only an escalator temporarily stairs. Sorry for the convenience.
Hey, yeah,
That's
Jill
one of
definitely
those
points
jokes
out
I love. Good.
Michael Dorn being great at deadpan on Star Trek because
Exactly,
of
that
who
was
Worf was.
Yeah, that was
Well,
a tough little
he was
ship.
Klingon.
Little.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Worf was stoic even by Klingon standards. I mean, come on.
Worf was the weakest Klingon. He kept getting attacked. His greatest enemy was barrels.
I think you're judging him a little harshly.
Oh, I'm judging him lightly.
Because
All
we
right,
don't
come
know
on.
what was in those barrels just because they bounced.
Yeah,
And
when
I
Troy
think
kicked his
right?
ass, broke his wrist, and flipped him across the bridge. Come on.
All right, guys. I'll see you guys next week. Chris, you're
All
doing your thing later, 5:30ish, our time, real time.
It'd be 5:30 your time.
Okay, perfect.
Your time is
I
not
will-
real time. My time's real time. It's
Nope,
central.
it sure
I'll
is.
try.
Everything is central
Three-
to me.
3 people here are in the Pacific time zone at least. Positive? Are you? Where are you?
Only
No,
because this
he's
is
in
the
the east.
stream.
I'm in
He's the east.
Florida. I'm in
All right.
Florida. So
Well, hold on. Go ahead, Positive, because I couldn't hear you.
So I'm in Florida. So I'm
Okay.
Eastern.
Gotcha.
Okay, so he's Eastern. So we got
Lovely.
3 Pacific, 1 Eastern, and 1 whatever Midwest
Central.
or whatever you call it, your
Central time.
time period.
Flatland.
Yep. Irrelevant time. Anyway, 3 to 2. We're in the right time. All right, guys. I'll catch you all later. Bye now.
Later.
Later.
That's strange. They don't have a lot of people on this notable people map.
Did you find that globe map I was talking about?
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. But they don't
Okay.
have a lot of people that should be on here.
Mm. Yeah, if you zoom in on
Oh,
the
well.
mission district of San Francisco, you see Carlos Santana.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, Mrs.
No.
Vile gave me shit because I basically I've been buying CDs on occasion when I'm out thrifting to put in my CD player in the car, and I'll just leave the CD in there until I get annoyed with it, and then I'll take it out and replace it. But one of the ones I got was Carlos Santana's Supernatural, so I'm playing it in the car in Mexico. And she's giving me shit because, like, are you playing this just because it's Mexican?
No,
Or
it's
is it
Santana. I saw him a couple weeks ago when I was on the bus.
Okay, I wanted to talk about this a lot sooner, but I forgot about it. We got sidetracked because me and Elia were talking about it before the stream. I was checking my analytics for YouTube, right? And they just sent me it was because they sent me a thing saying that my shorts views for the last 90 days hit 100,000 views total.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, wow, that's great. Let me see how close I am to being able to monetize.
Mm-hmm.
You need 3 million views in 90 days.
Yes.
So I am still not even close. So I thought that was kind of funny. I still don't even have enough subscribers. I'm up to 290. I still need 10 more to get to 300. But to monetize, you need a minimum of 500. So, and I just dropped my other phone. Great.
Well, all you gotta do is everybody's memeing the astronomer CEO who got caught at the Coldplay concert. You know, so that's all you gotta do right now to get some clicks. You know?
We looked
The
at a
Philly-
whole bunch of those, and yeah, they are funny as all hell.
The Philly
Yeah,
Flyer, that was funny.
Yeah.
What the Phillies did, not the Flyers. It was the sorry, what's the baseball team again? The Philly.
Yeah, it's kind of
Say what?
surprising how many people came from the Missouri and Kansas area here. Like Ed Asner, Dick Van Dyke is from here, John Goodman, Don Cheadle, John Hamm, Brad Pitt.
I'm 1 degree of separation from Dick Van Dyke.
Have you met him?
No, but his cousin lives right across the street from me.
There you go. Hey, look what Positive has as his avatar.
I've had it.
It's his,
Is that for,
it's his, is his
long
weekly
time.
Rumble championship.
yeah.
I need to talk to LDG about making those again when I get started back up.
Weekly Rumble champion. What's it like to be a champion on the Rumble?
You don't worry, you won't ever know.
Yeah, don't. Yeah,
Oh,
don't
okay.
worry. Yeah.
Okay.
It's nothing special.
Yeah. It's nothing special. Not like you get, you know, anything.
He just gets
For
Positive just goes from the standard 0% discount to a 0.1% discount in the dungeon store.
yeah.
Oh, okay. So instead of 8 lashes, it's 7 lashes. Gotcha.
No, it's 7 3/4.
Oh, okay. One cat of 9 tails is cat of 8 tails. Gotcha.
Kevin
Go back one
Newman
strap.
is from
Yeah,
here.
but the guy resigned, obviously. but yeah, talk
Yeah.
about
No, he was fired. He didn't resign.
No.
He resigned.
He
Now
resigned.
he may have resigned because
He
he
might have been
was told.
hey, you either resign or you get
Okay,
fired.
because when Mrs. Vile, we were talking about it yesterday, it said he was fired.
They probably said, hey, you either resign or you get fired. Which your choice.
He officially turned in a resignation letter.
Yeah. So yeah, obviously you resign. But yeah,
Astronomer CEO resigns after Coldplay concert incident.
yeah.
That was
The lead singer of
so
Coldplay
funny.
said it himself. Either they're having an affair or they're very shy. Hey.
Mhm.
They were doing it. And then some.
And
And
what's funniest about it, if they just played it off as a couple and didn't do anything, no one would have cared.
Yeah.
That's what everybody said. It's like,
So
'cause-
it was their own guilt over it.
and the guy came out and said, he felt like, oh, hold on here, guys.
Type.
Oh, and what Jill said about you only need 3,000 watch hours for regular videos. Because I'm not, most of my regular videos are these streams. Because I'm only posting like 1 or 2 videos every couple of months at this point. Other than the shorts, let's see. Let me go to my thing. I'm about 400 hours for watch time. Which, considering we're talking about, 3 to 5 hours of live streaming a week, coupled with maybe 1 video every 2 months. So yeah, still getting 400 hours of views is still pretty good. At least I think so.
It is pretty
See,
good.
I have all of it. I have all of it still, but I'm not monetized right now because I'm fighting a lot of things with YouTube because YouTube's ridiculous when they hit all of my music content for copyright, and it's all. And again, people are like, "Well, fair use isn't as cut and dry." I'm like, it is when it is a review. When I sit there and I critique things or I talk about it, I pause it, I stop it, I talk about it. I'm not playing the whole thing unedited, and I get. And if you were to see the comments, if you go to some of those videos I have, and if you see the comments, I get chastised for pausing it or talking over it. And I have to explain to people, I have to do that. But the thing is so I have a lawyer currently working on possibly going after YouTube for violation of copyright laws. Because much like when the kids thing happened, people complained that their kids were watching ads that were not appropriate for them, and ultimately had to go to court, and they were fined millions of dollars for doing it. What happened though is they did a new policy, which was you have to tell us, are you for kids or are you not for kids? And of course, the answer should be, unless you are absolutely, positively only for kids or only want kids watching your stuff, that's the only time you want to hit it. Because if you say some of your content could be for kids and you click that, you're screwed.
Yeah, I retroactively changed every video I've ever made to not for kids.
Exactly.
When they did that. And even if it is technically kid friendly, like there's no cursing, there's no nothing.
Yeah.
Like I won't put for kids for that reason. And when you're talking about the copyright stuff, every time I have fought YouTube on my Vile reviews, I've won.
Well, I do it, but I have hundreds of these, and I've won them. But the thing is this is another thing that I am arguing. They come back and let them claim it again. And it's like, no, if you've claimed it before, you've claimed it before and you lost that claim, you should not be able to try again. Because, and that's the problem with YouTube's copyright laws, which is they let bots decide it. And if somebody, I can go right now and on every one of your videos, Mike, I can claim it as mine. And I don't have to prove anything. I don't have to put anything up saying it's really mine or not. I can just go claim it. And that's another thing we're arguing is that their structure of how to determine copyright is lawless. There's no way that a person like myself can fight it.
It's like the UMG thing now going on with reaction channels.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
If you react to a UMG artist, they're going to strike. Take that down pretty much immediately.
Okay, and remember, one of the things that you can do for that is considered copy or not copyright or not using copyrighted materials is if you're using it for parody. And every single one of my when I was able to play the ending clips, when I would do the Strange New Worlds versus another Star Trek song thing, every single one of those falls under fair use for parody because I'm comparing what they did originally to what they have done in the past.
But I state that mine is based off of review and stuff, and I've lost them too. Yeah.
Some of my things have always said that doesn't count as parody, or it was denied, even though I said it was parody. So I have to clip that section out of the live streams, and it pisses me off every time I got to do it because some of them are just funny for what we're talking about at the time.
They're getting more and more, very stricter, I guess, about what is fair use and what is not. All of a sudden,
I mean, hell, even on the shorts policy is that if your clip is under 60 seconds, you're not supposed to be hit for copyright. But my Power Ranger video this week, didn't matter if I had it for 60 seconds, 30 seconds, 15 seconds, it kept getting dinged by Hasbro. And they're not supposed to do that for shorts.
But that's the thing. They allow it. There's no law. No matter what they say in their stuff, they don't uphold it. And that's
And they're
what
like,
one of my arguments is.
And one of the things is, if you're doing it for comparison purposes, like reviews, I was in that video, I was comparing the early season title sequence to the later season title sequence when they actually switched the Red Ranger with the female. So when they had the first female Red Ranger at the last season of Power Rangers.
I
But
did a
that didn't
comparison
matter.
video. I did a comparison video of Peacemaker about CNA and his bad stunt double obvious thing. I didn't get a copyright strike.
That's the other problem is there's lots of channels that don't get copyright strikes. Now, there are certain groups, certain channels that I think that are big enough that probably have some agreement with the main companies and stuff. But I don't think I should have to reach out to every company if I'm going to review something that's already made, and I can play it and pause it and stop it and say, hey, and then talk about it. That's a review. That is handled under, I mean, and again, if nothing else, the copyright the rules should change to you don't get full credit monetarily for it, but you split credit with the people who originally did it. I'd be okay with that. One of the other things I've talked about with monetization, I would be fine if it says, listen, if you don't make X amount of dollars per month off of your monetized channel, we're going to give you YouTube Red or Premium or whatever it is now for free.
I can accept that.
Benefit.
On my channel.
I think that would be a great thing because, one, the more monetized people they have, whether or not the people are making money off of it or not, they make more money off the monetized people.
Yeah.
And giving them something for being monetized. Because, again, even when I was monetized, I didn't make a ton of money. Could I? If I really sat down and thought about it, probably. But it's not, one, that's not why I'm doing this. I do this because I enjoy speaking with people like you guys. I enjoy having a good time. And just, that's what I'm into.
I mean, if I could monetize, I would, only because it would be an added source of revenue from the store. Because when I make my videos, I'm always advertising for the eBay store. That's why I started using this channel again. 4, 5, 6 years ago, was Caddy was like, why don't we do something to advertise for the store? So that's why we started doing it. And a little bit of extra money for that helps.
How do channels like New Rockstars, Screen Crush get away with doing exactly what you do, Chris? Review a movie or TV show, pause it, and continue on it.
Well, and New Rockstars they're pretty good about in and out, in and out, in and out. There's other things you can do. You can change, you can offset audio tracks. There's things you can do. But I wonder if they're not sponsored by somebody who has helped them secure the rights to do these things. Where they're told, yes, you can use these clips, but you can only use them in very limited amounts, and there's something in writing where they're told this is what you can do, and they already know, because New Rockstars, I'm going to assume, has probably about 20 people working in that, because, again...
I'll be honest, I don't even know who New Rockstars is.
You can go look them up. They do reviews and stuff. They're pretty good.
Sounds fair. The reason why I'm asking that, Chris, the reason why I'm asking that is because when Ryan reviewed Superman, he used clips from the pirated version of Superman to show this in little video snippets. I'm like, how does he get away with this without any copyright? Because this is unofficial release footage he was using. I'm like, how do people get away with shit like that?
Well, just looking at the New Rockstars thumbnails, they seem to stick to the tried and true method of circles and pointing arrows all over the place.
Eric Bosch.
Hold on. Come on. Show up.
Ellie, Little Child. Damn. It's been 5.1, 5.2, 5.3, 5.4, 5.1. Shit. Let's see, number one has been canceled, though. That's a good thing.
the thing is I'll let people in on this too.
Okay.
I'm a single person.
I just looked it up real quick. New Rockstars is affiliated with Maker Studios, which was acquired by Disney. So while they are a separate entity, they probably have a lot of those protections, especially when they're doing Disney properties.
And if you dig into a lot of these groups, I'm sure that's the case. Like I can't remember his name right now. The guy that does he's like a rock historian. He gets in with a lot of these artists and actually does interviews directly with them. So I'm sure he has some sort of agreement with companies that he can use some of it. But he even is there. A lot of them are still very careful to cut it down to a very short amount of time. But the thing is you got to realize with like New Rockstars and a lot of these other groups, there's a big group of people behind them. So like for me, when I was doing 6-7 days a week stuff, I would wake up on Monday and do a rant. I would do like 2 music reviews, and then when who's got the puppy?
He's not in Mexico, are you?
Me.
Oh,
Okay.
I'm in Mexico.
And then during the Masked Singer, I'd have the Masked Singer. So there was 4 videos that I would shoot on the first day of the week, and then schedule them for release and do all my descriptions and everything. And then I had my Monday stream. I had my Wednesday or my Thursday stream, which was the Rumble. But sometimes I'd had 2 streams on Monday, being the I would do Gospel According to Chris, and then the Chaos Central one. Then I release a video on Tuesday, release a video on Wednesday, release a video on Friday. I would do a stream on Wednesday, occasionally. I would do a stream on Thursday, and I'd drop something on Saturday sometimes. And then I'd also do my Sunday streams, which could be 2 or 3 different ones. So I was doing like 9 things with just about 2 people sometimes, because LDG would help me with things like thumbnails and stuff until we really streamlined it. And then a lot of the stuff he programmed for me to do, like my intro, so I knew what I had to add into it, and I would add my own stuff into it and do it myself. To do that, which is really, because when I was doing that, I was making some money. No, still nothing. Again, people who stop their jobs or don't look for a job and think they're going to stream and live off of it are crazy. The amount of work that goes into that is nuts. And even then, you have to rely on people giving you money, which I have a hard time whenever I was monetized, even asking people to give me a super chat. It's like, I don't see that point for it. So right now, if anything, I would much rather just go find somebody that would give me a sponsorship and put it up and get paid from a sponsorship than get monetized.
If my company could, I would do that, but my advertising budget per month is about $50.
Yeah, no. Well, I'll take it.
I'll take that.
But right now, all I'm doing is my Sunday stream. I'm on a lot of other people's streams right now. I have not fully gotten back to recording actual videos. I'm not back on the Rumble yet. I'm not back on Name That Tune yet. I would put it on everything, whether or not it was on my channel or not, because that's another thing I do that most people don't do. A lot of these channels that have, let's just name drop something out there, Geeks and Gamers, for instance, they have Park Hoppin', they've got all these other different channels. Well, Jeremy has gotten a bunch of people to do videos for him, and he just does it. And he's the grand master of it all. And that's how he does it. People just do videos for him. And I don't know what their arrangement is. I don't know if they make anything off of it or if he rakes in everything. I don't know. But I run Chaos Central. I call it my channel No, I don't call it my channel because the channel is designed. For instance, Vile, if you wanted to do a show on there, like if you wanted to record a show with your stuff, with your toys and stuff, and send it to me, I would put it on there, and it would be your show. And if we ever got up to monetization, you would get a percentage of whatever the channel would make. That's what my vision is for it. So is that like Geeks and Gamers? Yes.
I'm sorry.
But
Speaking
a
of,
lot of
speaking of,
companies have done that. Like even Game Theory. Hold on, Game Theory has had other people, all the content creators, do stuff on their channel for a while, and then when that show either gets popular or not, it'll leave. But like, have you ever heard of Gaijin Goomba?
Mm-hmm.
A lot of the stuff that's on his channel is stuff he used to do for Game Theory, but now he has his own channel. And
A lot of people do that.
My kids still enjoy his stuff.
Well, you see,
so, yeah.
My wife watches a content creator that does a lot of Disney stuff, but she also wanted to do Universal stuff. But the channel she was on originally was primarily just Disney, so she really wasn't able to do a lot of Universal stuff. Well, she came to find out that a lot of these people that watch that channel were actually there to watch her, and so she pulled away, and a lot of people went with her, and she started doing her own channel where she can do Universal and Disney stuff. And that, I'm not against that either. Again, Chaos Central was built on the idea of this crazy group of just, much like how my channel is that I do, The Real Review 3000. I don't care what we're talking about. We can talk about movies, music, we can talk about games, we can talk about toys.
Well, on the last,
I don't have to be the one doing it.
On the last review, Vile review that I did, one of the reasons I did it that way when the villain of the episode calling me a bad YouTuber because I never finished certain things, is a hint to things that I want to go back and do. Because the oldest video on my channel right now is my Zelda timeline review, but I never went and explained a large portion of it. I want to go back and do a series of videos, like one for each game, and place it on a timeline that I think it should go on to, not necessarily Hyrule Historia's official timeline, and include stuff that they don't have on there, like the comic book series, like the TV show, like the LCD games, that kind of stuff. Because on my original timeline, I did include the LCD games. I used the map from the comic books to explain what I thought was going on in the games. So that is something I could easily see doing, like on Chris's channel, concurrently, both putting on both channels just to get some viewership going. But now everyone's gone or muted.
Well, what I was going to say is, speaking of, Chris, did you ever find those promotional videos that Mike sent you?
I put him in his Dropbox. If he wants to play them, that's fine. I'm not going to make him do anything. I just think some of them are funny.
Because I also made a little AI short about his little store. If you want that one as well.
I don't know. I'd have to rewatch it. I don't think I saved it.
I still have it.
Well, send it to me again, and I'll take another look at it. I couldn't. If you send it to me on Twitter, I'll use that. I saved the Twitter downloader link that you sent me.
Okay, cool.
I haven't used it yet, but I did save it this time because that way I can. I don't like the fact. It's one of the reasons why so many of the clips I use are from TikTok, and it's because TikTok allows you to download the videos.
Okay, yeah,
YouTube
I got links to download
unless you're a paid member.
No, I got a link to download YouTube videos, TikTok, Instagram, X, and BlueSky videos.
Well, YouTube would probably send me the link for the YouTube one because I could use that one a lot more than anything else. But the primary reason I use TikTok is because they allow basic users to download videos as long as the uploader allows it. And my videos, I allow it because I want people to mix it. I want people to use it. I think only one person used one video so far in a mix, but I don't care. Anything helps.
Yeah, okay, I'll send it to you right now. Hang on a second. When I finish loading my bowl. It's commercial time in the game anyway, so one moment. X. Download YouTube. There it is. Oops, wrong one. Okay.
And yes, I did update the banner to include the Patreon in case people want to start doing that again. We were talking with Chris earlier about bringing back Jet Nerdy, but I'd have to have some monetization in order to justify that, because it does take a long time to actually build those boards.
What? Oh yeah.
Sent Mike.
All right. I've already got, God, I've only been streaming for an hour and 40 minutes, and I've got like 30 notifications from different things. I got
Shit.
Twitter, I've got YouTube, I've got emails, I got work, I got eBay. But goddamn.
I got resin on my fingers. Damn. Well, today is Moon Day, guys. Today is Moon Day, guys.
No, it's Sunday.
No, it's Moon Day. July 20,
it's Sunday.
July 20, 1969. Buzz Aldrin, Neil Armstrong walked on the moon.
Oh, that reminds me. If I have time, I'll try to. I have something on the store. Hold on. Let me. Sorry, I got to go to the thing. I don't know if I updated it yet. Okay.
Another quake off of Russia.
All right. One of the things I have on the store, which is not updated, but it will come with it. I have the pictures of it, of both items, but not together. It is a Buzz Aldrin teddy bear for the 30th anniversary of the Apollo 11 moon landing. And then the other item with it is the kids book. What is it called? Let me see if I can scroll past, because I forgot. Moonshot, The Flight of Apollo 11 by Brian Flocka, featuring with help from Michael Collins.
Oh, and by the way, Brad Metzler and Chris Episolis wrote a book called Ordinary People Who Changed the World. One is called I Am Neil Armstrong. Anybody cannot afford one, DM Brad or Chris, and they'll send you a free copy. That's how nice they are.
That is awesome.
Yeah, if you cannot afford a copy, let them know.
People.
One of the things I've been wanting to do this for years. I have them set away, but I only recently found out a way I can actually do it. By recently, I mean like 4 months ago, and I still haven't done it. Is the grab bag boxes. Basically, these are boxes of miscellaneous items that I didn't put on the store, or I'm too lazy to put on the store, that I want to do these grab boxes for. Each box is going to be worth like between $100 and $200 worth of stuff. But the reason is eBay had rules regarding not telling your customers what's in something. And there are ways I can skirt it. Like, I can say it contains a hat, but I don't have to tell you exactly which hat is in the box. Contains a comic book, but I don't have to tell you, because that's the whole randomization thing. I want people to be surprised when they open the boxes.
Guys, I'll be right back. I gotta get on a call, and I'll be right back. Okay.
No worries. I'm going to be ending the stream probably in about 15 minutes anyway.
Not
we'll do one more cigar, then I'll head off. And later, Positive. Hopefully, sorry we weren't including you in the conversation as much. Wasn't trying to be rude, I swear.
Hey, a new celebrity guest has been added to Fan Expo SF for November. And I am glad, because I'm highly debating to get tickets for this now, because she's going to be on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
Oh, and I will say,
One of the best Doctor
Go
Who
ahead.
companions, Catherine Tate.
I will say that I finally am back at 100% positive feedback on my eBay store.
Oh, right on.
I was able to win my argument with eBay regarding one piece of negative feedback that I received a few months ago that dropped my score down. And I'm like, the guy complained he never received the item. That's why he gave me bad feedback. But I have a message from him saying that he received the item. So is there any way we can get rid of this one thing? Because, you know, he did receive it. It just took longer because USPS. You know, it's not like I didn't mail it off. It's not like he didn't receive it. Not like he wasn't happy with it, because I even got a message saying, oh, yeah, he ended up getting it and he was happy with his purchase. But he's not changing the review. So is there any way we can just nix it? So I finally got rid of that. I'm back up to 100%. 50 followers on eBay. And yes, you can follow sellers on eBay. So if you want to, you can, and they'll send you little notifications if you follow people for new items that are posted. And like, one of the things I posted recently was a Transformer 3-pack that I picked up. And I even got, I got the camera. It includes one of these guys. One of the cassette Transformers.
Oh, nice. Is it the Doberman?
No, this one is a recolor of Rat Bat.
Oh.
He turns into a little bat. And I mean, come on, look at those cute little feet. Look at those. They did not need to include these little tiny feet, but they did. The only problem with him is he's supposed to go with the Legacy, or at least he's supposed to be compatible with Legacy Soundwave and Legacy Blaster. But the Soundwave is like a fraction of a millimeter too small to actually hold it. It will go inside, but it won't close properly as a little chest compartment. So in my headcanon, I've given this character to Blaster because I have 4 of the cassettes for Soundwave and only 1 for Blaster. So I was like, screw it. He's going to Blaster. He's, I don't know if you can tell, he's got the little, his little faction symbol on the front. It's really tiny, so I don't know if you can actually see it.
No.
That's not Autobot or Decepticon. That's the Space Pirates. So even though the Space Pirates are mostly bad guys, I'm going to say that this is one that's allied with Blaster. But if you notice, because he's supposed to be part of the Space Pirates, his cassette mode is supposed to be a reversed pirate flag. Do you see it?
A little bit. I had to zoom in
So
on my
instead of
phone.
a white skull on a black background, it's a black skull on a white background. So yeah, I think that's awesome.
I take it you are not caught up on Strange New Worlds.
Mercer, are you talking about something more recent? Because last time, the only times I've ever really seen Rat Bat was when he was in the comic books. And technically, this character is a recolor of Rat Bat, but his name is Night Strike. And he comes with Thundertron and Calcitron. Sorry, some of the names of the characters are funny as all hell to me. I'll never let them get what's the name? Let Hasbro forget Erector. I just made it up. Okay, I was confused.
Well, don't forget there was a Punisher toy release with a gun on his cock, and and when he converted, he fired out of his ass.
Well, wasn't there a supervillain who his whole gimmick was a cod piece?
I sent it to Chris. Yeah, it was. Hang on a second. Let me get it a second. Toy Biz made a Punisher figure with a crotch rocket who also transformed into a gun that fired out of his ass.
Yeah, and then in DC there is a villain called Codpiece, and his whole shtick is he has a gun attached to his codpiece.
And of course, is James Silent Bob's Cockknocker, played by Mark Hamill.
Not again.
What?
No, that's what Mark Hamill's Cockknocker said when he had his hand cut off.
Oh,
not
sorry.
again.
Yeah. Oh, they're showing chocolate on TV. Oh, Gary Daly. Oh. Oh, like I said, you're not caught up on Strange New Worlds, are you?
Sorry, say that again?
You're not caught up on Strange New Worlds, are you?
No.
Oh, man.
Yeah, I actually have, or I don't know if I still have. I used to have the comic book where Typeface was first introduced. And I do like what they've kind of done with him. He kind of turned into more of a calendar man / polka dot man villain side, where he's actually like a credible threat to certain heroes, and it's amazing what they've done with him. Considering, his first appearance, it was really, he was like fighting Spider-Man. It's like, what the hell? You're lame.
Well, I do like the last episode of Strange New Worlds.
Yeah, I don't think I've seen anything since the musical episode.
Yeah, the Wedding Bell Blues. It was, wow. I'm like, okay, nice twist. Thank you for being comical. Canonical. And staying within canon. What a Chris.
Oh, great. I just looked up Typeface as a comic book hero, and is apparently the comic book he first appeared in was November 2000, so he's a 25-year-old frickin' character. Now I feel old. Well, considering I literally had the comic he first appeared in.
You know what DC character that will never, ever, ever see the light of day in live action or in a cartoon again?
No. Which one?
Snowflake.
Okay, you're thinking of Snowflame.
No, Snowflake.
Snowflake.
He got his power through cocaine.
That's Snowflame.
Oh, Flame. Sorry. Okay, thank you.
And yes, Linkara did a whole thing with him. Yeah. Snowflame, very funny. I would love to see him in a DC film. He would fit so perfectly in with the Peacemaker stuff.
Yeah, Peacemaker, yes.
So yeah, have Peacemaker fight Snowflame, a villain who gets literal fire powers from snorting cocaine.
Yeah, and James Gunn did say that there's going to be a major cameo at the end of season 2 of Peacemaker, and he also said that one person on the Muriel in the Hall of Justice is going to be played by a quote unquote huge major star, unquote.
Yeah, God, I think. Hold on, how many appearances did Snowflame have? I think he only had like the one comic book and maybe one thing slightly recent.
People are saying it's going to be Pierce Brosnan as Dr. Fate. I'm like, no, he's not going to do that.
Oh God! I now get this, Elihu. Snowflame. This is from Wikipedia. I'm just going to read the first paragraph. Snowflame is a supervillain appearing in comic books published by DC. The character is created by Steve Englehart, and Carrie Bates to serve as a villain for the superhero team, the New Guardians. He also appeared in the New 52 continuity as an enemy of Catwoman and Peacemaker. So yeah, I didn't even know that when I was saying that, and yes, now, yeah.
You hear that, James Gunn? You listening? You hear that, James? Yeah, cast Ryan Reynolds as Snowflame. You wanted to cast him as Green Lantern, cast Ryan Reynolds as Snowflame. Come on, you can do it.
And apparently Snowflame did appear in the 4th season of Harley Quinn.
He did. I don't remember that.
This version is a member of the Legion of Doom.
Okay, I saw Harley Quinn, but I don't remember that.
Let's see. I'm going.
Chris is back. Crap.
Hi.
Yes, I am.
I know. I don't need you to tell me these things.
Yeah. What?
I love these avatars I got.
Yeah,
Oh, you got a Yitzy one too? I didn't know that.
I got two. I mean, let's just go with my dual identity thing. But there's this one, which everybody's like, there's no dual identity on here. And I'm like, yes, there's the Joker. And then behind him, the little balloon, that's another Joker. But it's the ego behind him. And then if you look at the other one that I just had up, let me go.
So what's the tagline? Have you ever danced with the eagle in the bright sunlight?
Yeah. But there I am, Real Review 3000, the ringmaster of the circus, but behind him is the shadow that is the ego. And then I can't remember if I think I did that. I think I got those before I hold on, I got one more. I got that before I did this one, but whenever what's their name, the Phantom Collective, the Fandom Collective.
The Fandom Menace?
No, not Fandom Menace.
No.
Fandom Collective, a different group of people. They did a trading card thing where they made trading cards, and I won one of the rounds, and they made a newer one. But this one right here, I actually did this picture by myself. So LDG does a lot of my stuff, but he says I'm not very good at it. But if you blow that up again and you look,
hold on.
Yeah. So what I did is in Photoshop, I put my picture up there, and I put on the table that I have my computer on. I put my arms crossed like that, and then I took another picture of me behind my chair in the normal position I sit in, and I took the second picture behind me, and then I put that picture in the other picture, and since my chair was in both pictures, I was able to line them up exactly. And then I dimmed the back picture down so it looks like it's a shadow. And I think that was a really good picture. The only problem I wish I had done, and I didn't have it yet, I don't think, or I couldn't find it, was my Real Review 3000 background. That was the original one that you see back there. But that's actually Saigon. That's Saigon is not where I live. I live in Kansas City. Well, I found this one online. Actually, here, let me just do this. It's easier to just close my thing. I found this one online. And what's funny is the Liberty Memorial is actually, if this were a real picture, would be way far to the left in this picture. But everything in the foreground there, the trees and the buildings, the tower and the little building to the left, all of that is on a hill far to the left of the downtown skyline, which you see there. So somebody did this picture, and I just think it's really cool because it does show a lot of the cool things about Kansas City skyline, and I love this picture. Like,
who cartoonified you on that thumbnail for Mondays or Tuesdays on Chaos?
Danny did that with. I don't know if he did that through AI or whatnot, but
yeah, I like
Danny
that. I like the effects.
I did too. I think he sent it to all of us. But here, I'm going to show you something else that LDG was working on, and Let me go and move my window over here so I can share this.
My icon, I had a hard time getting that lens flare on the frame of the suit. That lens flare was the hardest part about that image I made.
I'm sure. All right. Let's see.
All right. This one.
Hold on. Go ahead.
Hold on. I'm gonna see if I can. There we go. This is a AI
Dude, I love
realistic version of the one Yitzy made.
Mm-hmm.
I uploaded it just to see what they would do, and I was like, it doesn't really look like me, but it does look like the version Yitzy made.
I should do that with these two. I should do that and see what happens, and then try to cartoonify the playing card I have. And see
Later,
what that
sir.
does.
Later, dude.
Goodbye. All right, here. So this is something that LDG has been working on. Can I share screen here?
I think so. I think I can still do that.
So this is one of my main thumbnails. So like I said, LDG helped me by basically making thumbnails that were easy to recreate. So it's the same thing. We just over and over change a number or change something. So this is the weekly wrap up. Now this does not look great, but this was like a 3-second job that he sent to me, and I was like, dude, that's cool, and I have a lot of ideas to use this type of thing. This is so he's messing with AI stuff like really heavily. So this is what he did.
What the hell? What the heck?
It doesn't look like me, really. Exactly, it doesn't look like me, but the idea of what he's doing here is like, I was like, wow, that's kind of cool if we could get that to work right.
I don't know. The whole reappearing of the glasses is weird.
Sunglasses, yeah.
But do you see the way his arm movements are? He's like this, and he's like, it's like I'm a hands person, I'm like, so that was really cool. The face isn't, but he did that in like 3 seconds. I mean, so it's like the stuff he's working on is really cool.
And Chris, send me that. Chris, send me the image. I will work on something for you as well because I have some animated AI programs that I use.
All right, hold on. I'll get it and I'll send it to you.
Here, just copy the image on my X, whatever. Just open it up. So I'll work on it, man.
Hold on. We'll just put that weekly wrap
Maybe I
up.
can not make it look like an old man baby Jeremy Rayner.
Yeah, that was like, I don't know. That's the worst part about that. But
Yeah.
I looked at it for what he was trying to go for. I'm like, that would be cool. That is cool. Because one of my things, you guys remember the weekly wrap up or the weekly Rumble intro here? Hold on, let me get to that really quick.
Yeah, I'm still trying to find a Vince voiceover.
Well, no,
HBO.
I'll get the voiceover thing figured out. That's not what I need.
Okay.
Hold on, let me see here.
Yeah, any other wrestler, yeah, but Vince, no.
No, I don't need that. Here, hold on, I'll look it up through this. Let's see here. Rumble right there.
Yeah, this is
I
like
love this one.
Last night's
Here.
game.
So this is one that I love. Do you guys know Anthony of Dark Gift Comics presents?
No, not familiar.
Okay. So Comicsgate. You guys probably know Comicsgate, stuff like that. He's a part of he works with people from that and stuff. And my Rumble, every week I was doing stuff, but every once in a while I'd bring in groups that were all together. This was one time I did that. But I said to him, I was like, dude, what I really want to do is I want to do a live intro with my music and stuff. And I can't remember, we did it different because he's kind of rock. He's like a really big rock fan. So I did different music and I did the voiceover over it. But this is one of my favorite intros I've ever had. And I still have this drawing because he sent it to me. But here. Oh, wait. I want to share the audio.
Share sound.
Yeah.
That might
Hold
be
on, I gotta
helpful.
go to, we'll do that right here. Boom. All right. We'll go down here. Oh, whoop, whoop, whoop. Ah,
Double
hello.
Chris. No. He's multiplying.
Jeanette. Now I gotta find where it's at. There it is. Okay, here we go.
That is pretty cool.
I like it, but I would definitely speed it up a little bit more.
Yeah.
Well,
certain parts.
I asked him to speed it up to do a fast drawing of it. I mean, I knew it was going to be slow because he did the outline basically is what you see there. But hold on here. Let me look.
Big
up,
bottom Latino what? Yeah, I got the tab, dude.
Really. Craziness.
Well, now I just want to look up Natasha Gray on Pornhub. No reason why.
I don't know if you guys remember my
2023, not 22. Best videos.
This was
wait, hold on. Is Natasha Gray actually a porn star? Because I just pulled that name out of my ass.
I have no idea. I'm
Oh,
not looking it up.
I thought you were like serious.
Me? Serious? Wow.
Here you go. Okay. Let's see. Okay. I do not know why it's sounding like that.
Yeah, the garble.
Yeah, that's weird.
Broadcasting live in 185 countries, 6 3/4 continents, on the
So
International
this
Space Station,
intro.
and carried on.
Does anybody know where that intro actually comes from?
Some pay-per-view
no.
events.
No. This intro is Stephen Colbert's long-form intro. And I love it, but there's parts in this one. Here, let me see if I can get to it. So when he's going through, so this is not a real. That is not a real building. It is real, but they did. That's a set that they did this part on.
No
And
way,
then
that's a
when
miniature? No way. Can't tell.
Exactly. Yeah, I know. But you see, so like in parts of this, like is it right here? There's parts of it that in the original one of the longer ones I have, he's actually dancing on one of the he was like superimposed on top of one of the buildings at a party. And I wanted to do that, but at the time LDG couldn't really do it. I'm wondering if with AI I could do that, where you get to see multiple me in there. But yeah,
Yes,
if you look at
it
this
can.
part right here, that's where it goes to the front of the theater. And I want to use that part and put the rumble with all the people on it on the marquee. And I know I can do that now. But here's the best part about this, not good, but something that I'm hoping I might be able to barter. I would love to use Stephen Colbert's actual sound for the intro. And unfortunately, he's being taken off the air in May.
Yeah,
so
I thought it was next year.
It is
Next year.
May
May 2026.
Oh, okay.
We are
Yeah.
in July.
Yeah, know your calendar, dude.
But I'm hoping maybe I can work out something where I can start to use his intro music. Because that ultimately was what I was trying to go for, was that late night vibe. But yeah, so I got to redo this video. I'll still use the same video, but I got to find a different. I wanted to use the same audio. I just can't remember where the hell I found it. And so then I can have somebody either redo the voiceover. That's Ward's board.
Chris, I sent you a couple links where you can remove audio separately. Did you ever get a chance to try some of those out? You can do different
I have
instruments,
tried.
different vocals and audio.
I have tried, and I will try again.
Yeah, because that last one I sent, you can remove different. You can move a drum, a keyboard, something like that, or lower the keyboard. Maybe you kind of adjust it. That last link I sent you. Different instruments you can adjust different volumes of.
Well, it is 2 hours plus on the live stream. I do have to cross the border back if I want to join the thing tonight on your channel, Chris. So I'm going to go ahead and end the stream and just go check on Mrs. Vile because she didn't check on the channel. So I'm going to make sure she's awake and everything. So I will.
Coffee for you.
You too. I guess I'll just see you later today if I'm able to cross the border in time.
All right. Just let
Okay.
us know.
All right. Later, folks.
Later, weirdos.